So now let's say instead of wanting to do a fedora, you wanted to do a box top. So I can push those dents out on the side there, make it nice and round again, and do that with the top of the hat as well. So we're making it an oval again. And then just using your hands, just make it sort of a rectangle on the top of the hat. Some people like it really square. Some people like it with a little bit more rounded corners. You can do it to suit your taste, suit your personality. And you get your box top crease. Now probably, you know, you're going to want to do, it's best to do the brim after you've done the crown because you're probably going to mess the brim up if you do that first. So typically on a box top, a sharper crease in the front is desired, so you can just, you know, sort of pinch it as you're working it there and end up with a fairly sharp crease on the side there. You know, it's worth getting a hat just to play with it. You know, it's relaxing. It's an art and relieves tension. And you may find that you need several hats because there's several different styles that you want to have handy there on that. So another shape that I'll do from, well, I'll just use this hat to show you that they can be reshaped. But another very common style is the cattleman crease. So I'm going to push this back out so that the crown is rounded again. We call these rounded crown hats open crown because the possibilities are open there, what you're going to do with it. So kind of pressing on it from the inside to smooth it out, and if you want you can use some object like this piece of PVC pipe to get a nice smooth rounding out. Then what I like to do is real easy, real convenient, is to use a piece of broomstick. This is just ordinary broomstick dowel. Now keep in mind, you know, that you're looking at the center of the back, that seam, and across the center of the hat and the front. So keep that oriented front to back and just press down on it until you get it. Might have to help it a little bit there until you get it the height that you want. And then you can wrap that hat around the broomstick. Just press it into it so you end up with a channel that's straight and rounded in the center. And then when you've got it like you want it, just leaving the broomstick there, I'm grasping it on the inside with my hand, is then press on the outside of the crown there and gradually make the side dents as you want them. Some people like them shallow, some people like them deep, and you can do it to suit your taste there. Some people like to have sharp curves on the edge. Some people like them to be more gentle curves. But you can do whatever suits your taste on that. follow the latest fashion. Now see, it's a little bit off the center piece, so on the inside I'm just gonna sort of roll it to get it to the center. And then you can do the same things with the ridges there. If they're a little bit too high, roll it down a little bit. If you like it like a sharp pinch, you can pinch it more. Get a sharp pinch in the top. Maybe you like it to come together in the center. That has been a style, and undoubtedly is somewhere. The hat will remain wet and pliable for quite some time, so you probably do not need to get it wet again as long as you're working with it there. So once you've got the brim like you want it, then the crown like you want it, then you do the brim, and there again you have all of the options available for you. That's been a typical crease. Some people like to have it up in the back. Some people like to have it flat. And you can do it whichever way you want to do it. Now, I have to warn you that this can be a little bit addictive. And you may find yourself spending the evening playing with your hat. It's probably better than TV. So there we have a basic cattleman shape. Now I want to show you a Gus. One of our most popular hats is our 6-inch brim Gus. And it'll start out just like this, round crown and a flat brim. I'm going to dunk it in here, get it wet. So with a Gus, let's take it, give it a second here for it to soak in. Brim is already pretty flat, so I don't think I need to do anything at this point. But I'm looking at it right from the seam in the middle of the back across the top, and I'm going to just push down in the front there and make a dent in it. And I think it's easier to do it looking straight on and making sure that crease is lining up with the seam in the back. So I'll start with that center crease. Some people like it low, some people like it higher. This is a typical, probably 3.5 inches from the crown to the crease. And then from the inside, I'm pinching it. So I'm going to pinch that crease so we have a nice center crease there. And you might just want to leave it just like that. You might like it like that. But if you want a typical Gus, then you can start pinching from the outside and pinching the sides there to make it a more pronounced crease, and making that dent on the side there. And then again, you can, depending on how pronounced or defined you want the edge of that dent on the side to be. Use your finger on the inside and thumb on the outside to work around it and push that in to make it more defined. Some people like them very defined, some people like them softer look on that. There's also, you can think about the height of the crown. Typically, we make these where they're as tall as the crown is. But if that's too tall for you, you can just push that down a little bit. Of course, you'll probably want to be trying it on as you're doing it to see that it's not going to hit your head in the center there. When you get real low, that can be the case. So I'm going to leave that for a moment, and I'm going to show you how we do the pencil roll on the brim. Take a hard object, and in this case, I'm going to just use this glass from my kitchen. It's hard and it's sturdy. And the first thing to do is start in the middle of the back of the brim and fold that over, fold it over against itself, the same width as that piece of braid on the edge of the hat. So just fold that over double, and then use your glass or other hard object to iron it down, press it down flat against itself, flat against the hat. So you go all the way around the hat doing that. You could make it wider, but I like the pencil width. That's the name, pencil roll brim. There, just ironing that down. And it's going to be coming back up as I move on. We'll eventually want it to be vertical to the plane. So once I've gotten around once, then I'll just go around a couple more times, both to smooth it and to make it vertical there. And this is something too that as it dries, it's going to relax a little bit. Now you want to do this, of course, on a table that you don't mind getting wet, because it will get wet. So there we've got the basic pencil roll, and then to finish it off, again, I'll put my thumbs in the middle, my fingers on the edge of the brim. They don't, it's kind of a stretch there, and start to give that whole brim some curve. And that, as I said before, I like to look at it from the front of the hat when I'm doing it, and on the inside. It's interesting how you can often see the shape better looking at the inside than you can looking at the outside. Like right now, I can see there's a little bit of lopsidedness to that center crease that I can straighten out. Some people like their brim very rounded, others like it flatter. And you can always flatten it out again if you don't like the way it's coming out and sort of redo it. Personally, I think this is the prettiest shape, and a very elegant hat, and our sales show that too, and this being our number 2 hat, or number 3 over the 30 years we've been in business. So there you have it, Gus. So we have got thousands of hats. We've got 35 different styles, different brim widths and crown heights and qualities, and we sell them both shaped. We'll shape them for you, or you can get it open crown and do the shaping yourself. We have about 12 different sizes in each of those styles, so we can fit you whatever your size is. So visit our website, SunBody.com, www.sunbody.com, where you'll find a myriad of styles that we sell, including the open crown hats and instructions on how to care for your hat and how to shape your hat. Thanks for being with us.